welcome to the latest podcast of TTW, and it is
Backdoor Access. Yes? No. Stage.
Backstage
Access.
Backstage Access.
I'm Riley Rivers, and this is...
I'm Paul. You know who I am.
He backs me.
I back this man. If only he could get bloody backstage access.
It's Backdoor Access.
Backstage.
Backstage Access.
Stop saying backdoor. It's backstage. And welcome again
to Backstage Access.
You did it.
I'm Riley Rivers, and you are watching TTW Backdoor Access.
Backstage Access? How many more times? Oh, God.
You're watching TTW Backstage Access.
Come on. So, again, welcome back. So, Strikes of Rage, fantastic show.
Phenomenal show.
Phenomenal. I hope you were there. If you weren't, well, this is going to be just for you. So, we've got 6 matches all in all that we've got to get through.
6 matches,
six
guys
matches.
just beating each other in the ring.
Absolutely. And they sure did. And before we start, Riley, congratulations for getting onto the main event thingy, the
main event wrestling manager.
Absolutely. You know, we went through to hell and back to get that sorted out, and I back you.
You do
I back you all the
You
way.
went to their offices, didn't you?
Yeah,
you did good when you went to the office.
Mm-hmm.
When you went to their boardroom, didn't you, Paul?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Mm-hmm. The toilets. They got a toilet. They got a. You know what? We'll edit this bit out, right? Because we've already discussed this somewhere else. I just wanted to talk to you about this.
Paul, you did.
Told you about this. I didn't go to the toilet. I went to the wrong room and I left.
They said that plant died.
It did die, but not by my hands or anything else. Anyway, so we've got Stephen Keane versus Lucas Rowley as our first match for Strikes of Rage. Now, this match was great. I gotta admit, he's a fool, but I do love Stephen Keane because he can really, and I am saying Keane, not King.
Stephen Keane.
He can really, really take it.
He's really got it.
We ripped it out of him. We have to admit, we ripped it out. The whole audience was going for it, and he got to a point where he got up and left the ring, and it was hilarious.
He was leaving until he realised he was getting counted out.
And then he rushed back. But I think if he hadn't, that would have been over. Not even a touch, and he would have forfeited the match. It was hilarious. It really was. It was a great match. You got Lucas there trying his best, and I have to admit, Stephen Keane is very, very much a cheating. He's a cheat. He's a cheat. But he'll admit to that as well, I'm sure. But he tried his best, but Stephen Keane...
He was like Cujo all over Lucas, wasn't he?
Yeah, because it's Keane and not King.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, Stephen Keane kicking the spleen.
Okay.
Come on, Lucas. Don't eat your mucus.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But then Stephen Keane won that one. He put Lucas Rowley right in the pet cemetery.
The cemetery. It's not King.
Got it.
Right? So, Stephen Keane, Lucas Rowley.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is he related to Mickey Rowley? He is, isn't he?
They are, yeah. And they don't come from Rowley. It's just their last name.
Got it.
Like Keane is the last name, but not King.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Got it.
Any other references before we carry on?
I think we're good.
Excellent. So up next we had
Tyler Davies versus Drake Wynter versus Scott Wenlock.
And this was a triple threat from hell. Yeah?
Agreed.
So, thoughts, Drake Wynter, the Emperor. What are you thinking there? What's your
He's a big
impression?
boy. He is a big boy. It was lovely to see him getting hit with a chair because
he's always hitting me with a chair.
Yeah, he's
and it was nice to see somebody hit him with the chair.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scott Wenlock, I have to admit, he is a slime ball. That's what he is, isn't
he showed just how bad he is. He didn't care.
Yeah,
he took on both of them. He was a lot of times in a triple threat match. The heels team up and will attack.
But they were definitely, even though they teamed up a lot of times, that you could just tell they were definitely just.
There was no love lost between them.
Absolutely, Tyler giving it all. He's a strong lad, isn't he? He's a strong lad, our Tyler, and he doing his best, and the outcome was absolutely perfect for him. He won.
Yeah, he got a swish.
Yeah, he didn't miss that one.
That's one he didn't miss.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There was a lot of chair shots, like you just said. There was a lot of chair shots. It was a fantastic
I stayed at the
match.
back of the room. I was not getting involved in that.
You thought, no, it's not going to connect at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So up next we had...
Hex versus Willie Summy.
No, you can't read. It's dead simple. Hex versus Wildside.
That says Willie Summy. That's a Y.
Yeah.
Where's the D on the side? That's some IE.
Look, okay.
Show me the D.
It's right there, right? The D is right there, mate.
Okay.
Glaring you right in the face.
Hex versus Wildside.
Nice that. So, Hex versus Wildside, they had, again, they over these past couple of shows, they have had a huge amount of animosity. They hate each other with a vengeance. You've had the original match that they had at Genesis, and they had the divided match of Jimmy and Sam versus Jin and the Witch, and they hate each other. But for this one, it was them teaming up again to see who could win, and yeah, it was a brawl. It was a brawl.
Oh, I didn't get to see a lot of this match. I went backstage to go and do some things. You might have seen I posted a video. I did some promo shots with the 1-4 guys.
Oh yes, you did, yeah. We had a few bits and pieces with the 1-4 guys, and again, like you mentioned at the beginning of the show, which I said don't mention, but you have done.
Oh, you mean when you went to the boardroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Right.
So don't mention you going to
Don't
the
mention
boardroom.
that. Don't mention. Just yeah.
When you needed the toilet.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
on the floor and you weren't even told to go to.
No. Da. Okay. So
you said 2 men helped you. What do you mean by 2 men helped you exactly?
So Hex. Shut up. Hex versus Wildside. They just helped me get into the room, and I couldn't get into the room. They're just there, and I don't think they actually worked there. I don't know what it was. Alright? We'll edit this bit. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, shut up about it. That'll be fantastic. We can move on. So Hex, yes, they are as usual sneaky, cheating, maleficent. I hate them. I'll be honest with you. Witch and Jim, hate them. They're vile. They rip up signs. They stare at me. They spit at me. They look down on me. Yeah. But Wildside, what a fan base they've got now.
Yeah, they've definitely built up a fan base.
Yeah.
I have to say, it must have been a hard-fought match because I was back in Gorilla when those guys came back out, and Reed was definitely beaten up.
Yeah.
He had to have a lie down and try and get his breath back, and we had to kind of move him out the way so that the others could get out ready for the next match.
It was hard fought. Just a quick question for you. Gorilla, what's Gorilla?
So Gorilla is where you're waiting behind the curtain, ready to come out.
Why do they call it Gorilla?
Because you stand there like, ooh.
Like a gorilla.
It was actually named, in actual honesty, it was named after Gorilla Monsoon because he would stand there all the time and watch the show from that position.
Twitcher.
He was a little curtain twitcher, and he'd watch from there, and that became called Gorilla.
As much as I respect Gorilla Monsoon and his previous history and the respect I've got for him is immense, but we need to change that. I think we should call it Aunt Maud position. Checking on the night. Who's, one of these people that goes...
We tend to stand on the right.
Oh, sorry.
You're not seeing much there, are you, Paul? You walked right into that one. You wheelied right into that one.
Yep, I backed this man. This man.
I love you really, Paul.
Aren't mauled because you know when you get people that go, oh, there's been a car parked outside my house for 3 hours. Who is this? Call the police. You know what I mean? Aunt Karen position. Telling me I got one eye. So I know.
You said
can
that's
see
why,
that.
You said that's why you went into the boardroom.
One more time. One more.
Okay.
So, Wildside became victorious over the scrap that they had against Hex. Wow. Yeah, they kicked their heads in. Good. Good. You deserve it, Hex. You stink. Good on you, Wildside. My guys. So, after our interval, where you did some funniness, I'm assuming you were messing about as usual. Causing a ruckus.
Just tried to entertain a little bit, make sure everything was okay, cleared up a few spillages, and because they had me on clean-up duty.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a decent
Well, we had a couple more refs, so they didn't need me to ref.
It's true. That's
And,
great refs as well. I have to admit, I think cleaning is a very good position.
It's very important.
I think you're for cleaning, for sweeping up, tidying up. I think you're very much, what's the word? Underqualified for. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
All right. So.
Agreed. I think I should be doing something a bit different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely agree.
Yeah. Maybe we can get it something like toilets or you know, I'm sure there's dog mess there.
So see, if I would have been on toilets, then we wouldn't have had the problem at the main event wrestling manager situation with you in the boardroom, would we? Because I could have showed you exactly to the toilet.
He's funny, isn't he? He's funny with his jumper on in this heat. Jeez. Anyway, so after our break, just like to also point out as well, we for Strikes of Rage, we did collect and we're making a point of Pride Month with TTW, with our actual banner that we have.
We collected money for Wolverhampton LGBT plus community.
Excellent, a great cause and a great guys. Yeah, so we've done that this month, and yeah, we had a lot of support from our audience and our wrestlers. You know, great guys, great organisation. So coming up next, we had Brody Cross versus
Bunny versus
Brody. You can see that there. It says Brody Cross.
Bunny versus
Battleborn.
Sanin?
It was
Sanin.
Brody Cross versus Battleborn.
Sanin.
No, that is not the Sanin.
That is Sanin.
I know I've only got one eye, but I think your eyes are backwards or upside down. Can you read it now? No, that's his versus.
That got a lot
No,
worse.
that really didn't. So yes, we have Brody Cross versus Battleborn.
Can you please show me where any of the letters are in Battleborn?
I just need to read this. That's all you need to know. Only I need to read this.
But if you're passing it to me to read, I need to be able to read it too.
Well, you should just know.
So Bunny versus Sanin.
Bunny versus Sanin, Brody Cross versus Battleborn. And wow, I have to admit, I do love Brody Cross. Got a lot of time for Battleborn, he's my Viking hero. Shh, we'll get the dogs round in a minute. Who let the dogs out?
Who? Who was it? It was.
You've never heard that dog.
Do I need to shut the door?
You've never heard who let the dogs out. You don't know.
I
What
don't
that
know
joke
who's
is.
let the dogs out. No.
What does Battleborn? No, it's fine. What does Battleborn do? Who let the dogs out?
I don't know, Paul. This is what I'm asking you.
Great joke. Well missed. Anyway, Battleborn, Brody Cross. Now, Brody Cross.
But when you say dogs, are we talking big dogs or little dogs?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You'd think you'd like that song as well. So Brody Cross, I've got to admit I do like him. He's a lovable rogue. He's vile, but
I wouldn't
he's
say lovable.
unlovable. unlovable rogue. But you know, we've got a lot in common. I've got an eye missing, he's got a tooth missing. You know, maybe you could get like a, can you get like a patch like you can do with an eye?
A tooth patch.
Sure you can. Yeah. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Invent one.
Have you been taking your meds again, Paul?
Yeah.
Got it.
So Brody Cross versus Battleborn.
I don't think Brody Cross likes me.
From that photo I've seen, no, he doesn't.
No, I don't think he does.
He doesn't despise you.
He
doesn't-
slapped me.
Yeah, I just think
And he
that
hit me with a bucket.
you're like a rubbish song that you just want to just like never exist. A bit like Who Let the Dogs Out.
No one. There's no dogs.
Yeah, Battleborn
okay?
won that one. He's Battleborn won that. Yeah, they had a fantastic match. Brody Cross is huge. He chucked him about the ring. But Battleborn, focus. Battleborn.
I'm just keeping my eye on the dogs.
Yep. Keep an eye on the dog. You might be able to improve on that belt. Battleborn won. Fantastic. He can take a beating, but my God, he always comes out victorious. Battleborn champ. So next we had Violet Nyte versus Chantal Jordan, but I'll let you do this. Listen to this. Ready? We had
Violet Nyte versus Chantal Jordan.
Yeah. How fantastic was that? Eh? Violet Nyte versus Chantal Jordan. Wow, I tell you one thing. How old is she again?
Chantal Jordan, she's 19.
Wow. I mean,
And she's a 5-year veteran.
5-year there. I mean, like Violet Nyte, she's our fan favourite. She's great. She's TTW through and through. But wow, she had her work crossed out with.
She certainly did.
I mean, like
the kicks off her were unbelievable.
strikes of rage. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was just like that. You got your belt again? Has anybody challenged you recently for it?
No, I did offer Dante a go if he didn't win, but yeah.
He'll kick your head in, mate.
I don't think
He'll snap your neck.
I don't know, because I had it. I'm like the longest reigning champion of this belt.
And the only reigning champion.
I am the only champion.
Are you a bit like
Nobody's beaten
Seth
me.
Rollins at this moment in time on the 24th of June?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could.
The
Yeah,
only-
I could be Seth Rollins. Yeah.
You're not Seth Rollins, mate. Not at all.
I'm
maybe
TTW
maybe
Seth Rollins.
Seth from Emmerdale back in the 80s.
I'm TTW Seth Rollins.
Have you got a contract there?
Technically, I'm part of the official podcast for TTW, Backdoor Access. Stage Access. I did it, Paul, I fixed it. Backstage Access.
The boil of my blood. But yeah, the match of Violet Nyte versus Chantal Jordan. Wow. Violet Nyte very much in a different position in comparison to the previous matches. And now I'm not saying any of her previous matches were soft, should I say, but wow.
It's the difference in style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Harley Faith is a I'm going to pick you up and slam you type wrestler, whereas Chantal Jordan is that I'm going to kick you in the face type wrestler.
She likes pain, doesn't she?
Yeah,
She
you
likes
could see
being
that she was
hit.
enjoying
Yeah, it's like
every strike.
you know when people like tattoos, and they always feel like going, "Don't give me the tattoo, just give me the pain." A bit like that.
Yeah.
A bit mad. Do you know what I mean? But luckily for us, our Violet Nyte won. But hopefully we can see Chantal Jordan down the line. Wow, I want to see more of her. I want to see more of what she can do, and fingers crossed she can come down and be there again.
You got to think she wasn't on her home turf. That crowd wasn't on her side. They were there for
True.
Violet. The difference.
The difference can make, 100%. So next up, wow, are you ready? We had for the brand new TTW title,
And
the
it's a
heavyweight.
beauty of a belt.
It's a beauty. But you know what I think this needs? I think this needs a Riley Rivers on this. we had our brand new heavyweight championship belt. Go for it, pal. Go on, big it up, big this belt up. What is it? What belt was it?
The TTW Heavyweight Championship Belt!
Yeah.
Is that right?
It needed that.
Is there a world in it?
You know, you know, it's just TTW, isn't it? Does it need the world? I don't think it needs the world. But it doesn't matter. If it does, good. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so we had for the heavyweight championship, we had.
Mine's not a world.
No. Thank the Lord that it's not for world. I think the best thing is we should have that universal, so it can be universally chucked into the universe to evaporate into the sun eventually, and never to be. You know, like in Superman 3, is it? When he gets all the nuclear armor. Oh no, Superman 4, Quest for Peace. Superman gets all of the nuclear armaments and throws them out into space. What we should do is them dogs, I think. What we should do is get the belt, give it to Superman. He takes it.
No, because then.
Or is Superman
I
going
don't
to take
think
it to the belt?
Superman is a wrestler.
He
It
could
would be
wrestle you
unfair.
there. He could wrestle you there, can't he?
Superman, no.
What is he at a disadvantage or something?
Well, it's cheating. Because he's like. He could wrestle anybody and have their belt. Because they wouldn't be able to beat Superman.
Yeah, true. Super's in the title, innit? You're just a man. With that belt.
Superman hasn't got this belt.
Yeah, he doesn't want the
That
belt.
means I'm better than Superman. At this.
Yeah, that also means that, you know, you're better than my dad. And he hasn't got the belt.
That, again, it's true.
Yeah. And I think he'd love to kick you already.
But it's okay because I'm friends with you, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd love to kick you.
I've got a present for you actually, that reminds me.
Oh, kicking heads in.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. I bought you this. I was out the other day and I saw it and I thought that'd be perfect for you.
It actually says Ken, so you've brought me Ken head.
What, your Ken head?
You'd kick his Ken head in.
No, I figured because you run a t-shirt shop, it would make sense for you to have that.
Yep.
Because
So
you
it's a
could hang the
t-shirt
t-shirt,
shop.
yeah, because you could hang the t-shirts underneath, and then it would look like somebody's wearing it. And then people could look at it and go, "Oh, that's what I'd look like if I wore that t-shirt." I always think of you, Paul. Always think of
Thank you, mate. You know what? I appreciate that. You know, I'm not ungrateful at all. I really appreciate that. What's that?
It's the dogs.
Yeah. Anyway, so for the belt, we had Mickey Rowley versus the bad boy, the nasty piece of work that he is, Dante. Boo. Boo, Dante. Boo. Boo. I'm not over this, pal. I feel a little bit like this past.
But it's
this
okay because
past
he went
WrestleMania.
down.
I feel like it's WrestleMania all over again.
He went down and
Disgraceful.
he didn't give up.
I'm not
He
giving the
didn't get
game
paid.
away here, but I'm gonna. But Dante won. I'm saying it before you even have any. Dante won. Dante is the inaugural winner of TTW. Such a prestigious belt, such a prestigious company, and we've got him as our actual winner.
So you've got me and.
I feel
Dante.
cheated, pal. I feel cheated. It should be Mickey. He's earned it. He has
worked for
earned
it.
that belt.
He did his best. He didn't give up. He passed out because he wouldn't tap. He passed out because he wouldn't tap. He didn't get pinned. He's going to have another chance and he's going to get it. He's not going to let himself get into that same situation, and he's going to get it back because he gets a rematch clause.
I feel cheated though, don't you? I feel cheated as a fan of TTW, as a fan of wrestling. I know that you have to have a champion, and I know that these two have had 10 years worth of their story, whether they've been together, whether they've been against each other, that history that they have had, the history of Mickey, of what he's had to come through, and then Dante, how he's actually won some of these titles, how he's won some of these matches, from not just from cheating, but it's just pure disqualification. And to know that Mickey put his all into it, he's earned it. He's earned the right to get that championship offer, the actual match itself. And when he was there, the fight that they put in, that was a brawl. That was a fight. That was as if like
from the get-go they were knocking it out of each other.
It just feels wrong. It just feels wrong that Mickey didn't win. He passed out. It's not a clean win. It's not a right win. Does that make sense? I, as a fan and somebody who's involved with TTW, I can't feel more disheartened by it. And I need this rematch. I need to know somewhere down the line that Mickey gets this chance again of getting that belt, because it should be his. I can't take it away from Dante apart from his cheating stuff. Yeah, he is the best. He's the best that TTW have got. I just feel, not you, I just feel wrong about it, guys, and I'm sure that people out there watching this podcast are going to understand that and completely get what I'm saying. And do you know what? I'm going to call this out. Dante, watch your back. Because it's only a matter of time before that belt goes on to the right person. That belt, you're just holding it for the other person, for Mickey. Remember that. Just remember that. Sorry, I had to say that. I've had to say my piece. It's from the heart, that is. It's from the heart. You understand that, don't you?
I understand that. When a belt's on the right person, it'll stay there.
That belt is definitely 100% on the right person when it comes to that. You deserve that, mate. You deserve that cataclysmic abomination of whatever that is. Mate, you are the rightful owner of that belt. Absolutely.
If Dante wants to try and unify it, I'm the longest reigning champion at TTW. I'm not at but you know what I mean. He could always try and unify it.
I'm sure he'll do something with it. Maybe if you bent over, he'd certainly show you where he should go. You know I'm right on this one. What?
No, it goes round. When it's on, you can't really bend over because it's quite a big belt.
It is. It is. I'm sure he'll enjoy it and show you exactly where it should be going. Anyway, guys, I think we'll call that a day. So that has been
Riley Rivers.
And I've been Paul, and this has been, say it right,
Backstage Access. Backstage Access. Got it, Paul. Got it.
Thanks again, guys.
TTW Backstage Access.
I am Leroy James, General Manager of Top Turnbuckle Wrestling, and welcome to Backstage Access.